Alright, just gonna make sure that this is streaming properly. Okay, I think it works. So, let me close this stuff. Alright, so, welcome to me being really bad at Guild Wars 2. Also, wait, let me fix my chat settings real quick. Okay, cool, awesome. So we are playing as a Norn Guardian level 22, and we are just going to jump into this game and do random crap. How do I do this? I realize it's a really old game, but you know, it's a new game if it's like the first time we play it, right? So what we're going to be doing is... what? We are going to unlock or complete a bunch of random stuff. Wait, why do I have to be here? Well, I guess I still have a story quest. Okay, we'll do this story quest here. Whatever it is. Hope y'all having a good Friday. Ooh, discover a new place. Oh, right, because this is a different zone. What else is here? There seems to be... we're gonna talk to this like telescope dude that's gonna like show us more places to go to. What is this? We don't need armor.
Not today. Ran into a caravan on the road.
Do we have inventory? Yeah, we have a lot of inventory. I think we can just like... we can do it later. So, let's talk to this dude. Oh, show me places.
Used to be filled with traffic going to and from Lion's Arch.
Okay.
Even caravans with armed escorts aren't safe.
So those are spots we gotta go to.
Smarmy youngsters keep acting up and causing trouble. But the
I guess we could also check out this other scout.
Dormag's ice are the greater threat. If you could help the Lion Guard secure and protect the area, I'm sure the spirits would smile upon you.
Okay, sure. Let's go do that. Let's go do random crap. Okay, where do we have to go? I guess we can come here. So let me place a personal waypoint. And we also have to like talk to this green color. Wait, we have to come to this green color area, whatever it is. Yes, we can enter the instance. Okay, what do you want me to do?
Honored Coden, I come to see if you will hear the plea of a descendant of Romka. Do you know that name?
Yes. Romka is well known in our tales as a strange but honorable southerner. If you brought me one of his line, I'll listen.
I promise that you want to hear this. My ancestor carried a horn given to him by the Coden. It was passed down to me. It was stolen from me before I knew of its magical power. Now I need to find the horn before there are dire consequences.
Your ancestor was wise in many ways and a trusted ally of the Coden. But you? I do not know you yet, other than your tale of loss. So, in Coda's name, prove yourself to me.
Wow, someone's got trust issues.
South ravage the land. Their mine director calls himself the Overminer. Kill him and bring me proof of his death. In return, I will tell you all I know of the horn resounding.
A worthwhile cause. The Dredge plague both our races. I'll handle this Overminer and we'll talk again.
Okay, sure. So where do we have to go? Somewhere there? Let's just press this. Ah, so good. Runs by himself. Oh, we discovered a new place. Let's have to go to this like green area, right? Let's go to this green area.
The Dredge use sonic attacks to take down their foes.
I like the way this looks.
I don't think we have to kill those things, do we? Just need to find this guy in the Dread. The Overminer Dread Caves, sure. We'll just ouch. We'll just ignore all these dudes. Unless one of them is the we'll just oh, there he is. Let's kick his ass. Oh no, I got stunned. No! No! Yes, we got him.
A fine battle. You fought with such skill, such precision. The Dredge were no match for you.
Button mashing for the win.
Trust me, 2 heroes are better than 1.
Of course.
What?
These
She was
challenges
helping?
will prepare you well for
She
taking
helped me? I
command
don't
of
think
the-
so. She was like
Now
just
grab a
watching
weapon,
me beat the guy.
Followed by Knight owes us a story.
Sure, whatever. Pick up this crap and then we... How do we exit? We have to run all the way back? Hmm.
Coda's blessing.
At last, the Overminer will no longer tear out the heart of the land. You have satisfied Coda, and I will aid you. I have sensed a recent disruption in the balance of the land. I imagine it is this son of Svanir you mention, this Varg. When he summons creatures with the horn, only more imbalance results. I have witnessed many active sons of Svanir in Drakentelt. The disruption seems centered there.
Drakentelt is a short jaunt south of here. If Varg is there with my horn, it should be simple enough to take it back.
I will find you there and lend you Coda's strength. My people created this horn. We will help you find it.
I'm supposed to
Yes,
find a horn?
Slayer and I started this together, and we'll finish it that way. But we also wish to know more about the Codan people, and we welcome your presence.
So the Codan people are bears? Yay, finish this quest and we can escape. Alright, what do we want? A longsword, a staff, or a hammer. I don't know, I kinda like the hammer, but maybe this is a bit stronger. We'll stay with the hammer. Okay, how do I do this? I gotta go here, here, and here. And then I go like equip. Okay, I think that's correct. Let's escape this instant. Let's try to come here. It's like a vista. Oh crap, it's on the other side. I'm confused. How the hell did I get up there? Oh, maybe through this. Okay, let's get off our... Whoops. Let's get off the dinosaur and see if we could jump onto... God damn it! Alright, we'll defeat these wolves. I mean, it looks like you can climb up here, but why doesn't it let me... Aw, this sucks. Alright, fine, we'll get back on our mount and see if we can go... We somehow climb up this weird ass thing. Okay, yes, we got it. I think this is the way up. Unless it... God damn it, it's blocking us. How do we get there then? Can we jump over here? Oh, we can. Okay. So... What? Where the hell is this vista? Eh? It's supposed to be here. Oh, it's down here. Cool. Alright. Show me. Show me the vista. Things look like half deer, half vampire thingy. Alright, sure. Yay, EXP. Huh. Am I supposed to beat this boss? I don't think I can beat him alone though. Where do we go next? Let's come over here. So... Wait, what? I'm confused now. Oh, there's a merchant's corpse? What is that? What is this for? Whoa, that scared me for a moment there. Wait a minute, how do I get back up there? That's a bit weird. Am I supposed to like jump up there? Let's see. Alright. God damn it, how do I get up there? Maybe through this? Okay. Alright, there we go. What the hell? I'm so confused. How do I get out of here? Am I lost? There should be a way up, no? You know what? We'll just teleport out. I have no idea how to get out of that spot. Let's do a few hearts. Help hunters and travelers near the road. Remove danger, blah 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 blah. But I didn't like talk to anyone yet though. Maybe it lets me do the quest before I actually do it. Gather some herbs. Then we'll go to Hunter's Trap. I think we can, yeah, Hunter's Trap. Remove the dangerous animals inside. is number 5? Create a ring around you that foes cannot cross. That foes cannot exit the ring while it's active. Okay, it is pretty useless, I think. And let's see what other stuff we got. We can launch a foe. We can send a wave. Gain barrier. Okay, I guess that's block. Mighty blow, sure. And this is just like standard smacky smacky. Oh, I finished it? That's interesting. So I can finish... I can like finish quest without talking to the NPC.
Jormag's corruption runs deep in these mountains. It warps everything, even the ice itself. The Lion Guard fights to keep the roads safe, but we just can't keep up anymore. Now even the Steadholders are having trouble getting through. We could really use some help dealing with these challenges.
Corrupted ice. Oh, this thing, I guess, right? Whoa, that's a really huge dude. Can I beat this guy? Let's try. Whoa. Ouch. Got stunned. Yay, we beat him. Okay, we gotta beat more of these corrupted ice as well. Alright, let's actually read our skills. So this, so I guess all these are somewhat viable. This doesn't deal any damage. Number of targets 3, 5, and whatever. This one's resolve to heal, and then this other stuff. 4 times 300. Bow of Truth is healing. Eh, I'm confused. So if I do this, okay, so another heal spell, and this one's what? Weaken enemies. Okay, cool. We can work with that. seem to find more corrupted ice though. Defeat any ice brute in the area. Oh, okay, I see. So I could still like beat these guys up. Why am I getting bonus XP? Is it because it's within my level? What the hell is that? Go check it out. There's this like goldenish thing here. Road closed. Sure. Oh, because I have to come back here. Okay, okay. It wants me to like stay.
One challenge down.
A brilliant ember.
I think we're done with that quest, right? So we can be like... push back the Ice Brute Raiders. Does this count? Oh, it does. Okay, so I could just smack any of these, like, monsters. Oop. Is that a bug? I managed to like teleport to it. Wait. Oh no, okay. Thought there was like loot I had to pick up. Are they fighting each other? No. Right? Oh, I can even complete a quest by hitting the ice stuff.
Strength is mine!
Oh no, my inventory is full. Okay, so I can take this, right? I probably should like sell some shit then. Alright, where do we go next? Personal waypoint. Why was this personal waypoint? Oh yeah, because it was the Guess we could check out this location. And then once we find a merchant, we can. Oh right, I can sell stuff over there. But we'll do it after we come up to this top point here. Hello. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a good old school RPG. I've always wanted to play it, but like I didn't come around to it. But now I'm just doing some random crap.
Life is a trial.
What am I supposed to sell?
And Coden, the jury, exhausted.
Sell junk, I guess. Okay, what else do I need to do? Can I just keep all this stuff? I have no idea like what I'm supposed to keep and what I'm supposed to sell. What the heck is this other crap? I guess I salvage it? Wait, why does it... I am confused. Do I have to sell stuff? I feel like... Yeah, but like, what am I supposed to sell? Like, I'm under level 30, so apparently nothing matters, according to what people have told me. So can I just sell everything? And I guess maybe I should be selling the white stuff first, right?
We have enough venison to last 2 days.
Like, do I even need this tethered pelt? I guess I don't need this. Don't need this. Not sure what this is. Like trashy. Leather bag. I don't think I need this either, right? Gotcha. Yeah, I'm like a complete noob to this game, so I'm just using the, what's it called? Like, I guess if it's white, I can just sell it, right? Like salvaging, I think there's, let's see, deposit all minerals, my salvage kit. Did I just get rid of everything? Well, I can't use this, right? Okay, so I'll salvage this. Maybe this? Essence of luck. I guess I could just consume this, right? And then... What else am I supposed to do here? So all this stuff is weaker. Bag of loot. Guess I can consume.
We have enough venison to last 2 days.
Proof of legend.
Hunt again. Then hunt we will.
Wait, what? I have to come all the way here? I don't know how to come here. I'm like so far away. Ah, okay, gotcha. So, what level do I have to reach before equipment starts to actually matter? Like level 60 or something?
Life is a trial.
Alright, let's sell more stuff.
And Coden the jury.
I don't think I need these, right? Sell, 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 and sell. Material. Probably should want to keep that, right?
The dragon's plague gets into my heart and saps my strength.
Is it really that bad out there?
It's worse.
Oh, that's good. I'll take. Wait, it's not as good as what I already have. So I guess I should sell this as well. Crafting supplies, mighty gloves. So this one?
We have
Oh,
enough venison to last
okay.
2 days.
So is it like
Hunt again.
somewhere here? Or how do I find that? Customize? I think these are used, right? I mean, I think these are. I did choose the thingamajig. Oh, in my inventory? Okay, like, let's see. Event item, tattered armor. Probably not important, right? I equip this. Like customize here. Is this better than what I have? I guess not. Black Lion chest key. Black Lion chests can be found randomly on enemies or bought from the trading post. Okay, I guess this is kind of important. Yeah, the rest of this seemed kind of trashy though. It's not better than what I'm wearing. Right? I think so, because it shows like it's in red, so that means it's not as good as my current equipment.
We have enough venison to last 2 days. After that, we'll have to hunt again. Then hunt we will.
What am I supposed to do next? But so far I've been loving like Guild Wars because I just run around doing random crap and I level up. It's nice.
The answers lie hidden around you.
Ow. I think I finished it, right? Maybe. The duty bound ones, I like them for this. Yeah, exploration is really fun. Like a game that I got lost in was like a long time ago. How was it? I think it's like 15 years now, right? Like Skyrim. Like when I played Skyrim, I disappeared for 1 entire month, and I think like after doing the first few quests, I just like side quest all the way and just ignored the main quest for like 1 entire month. And then like when I got back to the main quest, I was like, oh, okay, it's actually pretty short. So, meh. Okay. So now let's go over here. I see. Yeah, I get it. I think for like, oh man, I think for MMOs, probably the game that like completely sucked away my life was like MapleStory. That game was like brutal. Like I would play, I don't know, 6 hours, 7 hours a day. Man, absolutely nuts. Yeah, but I heard that, like, you know, Skyrim is kind of just a slightly better, what's that called? Like Oblivion and Skyrim is very similar, right? Like I think people say like Oblivion is kind of better, but Skyrim has better Oblivion has a better gameplay, but Skyrim has better graphics, right? Because I think you can modify it much more. So, all right, hunt for massive ice brute creatures. Oh, so I just have like attack more random creeps? No, I'm stuck. Okay. There's nothing around here though. Is there? I mean, there's a bunch of dead people here. Fallen ally. Alright, let's save them. Oh, come on.
One challenge down.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I didn't play Oblivion. Like I got into Elder Scrolls during the Skyrim period, so yeah. For me, like before MapleStory or even after, like I was really into Ragnarok Online, but that game is like very, very old though. Wait, why is it not taking damage? Oh, okay. Okay, loot more stuff. Fallout, eh? Yeah, like for Fallout though, like I really enjoy Fallout 3, and then also Fallout New Vegas was good too. Like I played a lot of, well, I played Fallout 3 a bit more, and then New Vegas I played like a little bit as well. I think those two are pretty good, right? Like for the Fallout franchise, it feels like, I mean, I didn't play much of it, but I played a bit of Fallout 4, and I didn't really like it that much. Like the graphic was better, but the controls felt very clunky, or maybe I just didn't customize my controls. It just felt very static. The interface was like very unintuitive, you know? So that was my experience with Fallout 4. But yeah, definitely I I would go back to like New Vegas maybe, because that was kind of interesting. I see. I didn't play like Fallout 76, but I heard like people either love it or people hate it, right? And yeah, I like Fallout 3 much more as well, because there's something about the first game in the franchise to get into it, right? It's like that feeling of nostalgia. So I think like for people who played New Vegas first and then Fallout 3, they would like New Vegas, even though it's a newer game, but you know, it's nostalgia value, right? So, alright, let's heal this person. Am I still in the area? I think this quest is still going. Okay, yeah, it still works. Cool. But yeah, so far I really love I think my favorite thing about Guild Wars 2 so far is just everything I do gives me XP. So I can just run around and then it's like, ta-da! And I'm a bit of a completionist. I really enjoy the fact that... Okay, wait. What? Am I frozen? 1 second. Let me focus before I die to this random trash mob. Holy crap, this is pretty tough. Let's see, let's do this, and then this. Yeah, so as I was saying, as a completionist, I really enjoy the fact that I can do this kind of stuff, you know? It's fun, it's like just... The only reason to play like any game is just the side quest all the way and ignore the main storyline as long as possible. Okay. Where do we go now? Up here? Have they respawned yet? I guess not. Maybe we'll come down here. Yeah, for sure. So you played like Fallout 3 as your first game, or did you play the older one? Because I think a friend of mine told me that the 2D version of Fallout was pretty good, but it gives kind of like a Diablo vibe, and I'm not sure if we can play this in like modern world. Oh, hello. Yeah. Yeah, I really love map completion because that was the thing I really enjoyed in Fallout and also I guess Skyrim. It's just randomly walking in one direction until like you reach God knows where, and it's nice. Oh, what? Am I too far away? Oh, I'm too far, so the quest didn't register. Boo, that sucks. Action cam. I'm not sure what action cam is. What is that like? I might check it out. Oh yeah, you haven't played Fallout 1 or 2? I think like, for people who have played the entire Fallout, it seems like people say Fallout 2 is one of the really nice ones, but I don't know. I only started playing in Fallout 3. And going back to like 2D mode is just... Well, then again, like if we're talking about old games, what I really enjoy is Heroes of Might and Magic. Have you ever played that? Specifically, Heroes of Might and Magic 3. That's like the best one in the franchise. Oh no, I'm being attacked. 1 second.
Mine.
I see. Yeah, I didn't play much. I didn't play like Diablo at all, but I played Grim Dawn, which is kind of like a spiritual successor to Diablo. The only qualm I have about Diablo type games is that there's so much RNG, and that if you want to get the perfect item, you'll just farm for the rest of your life. Like it's just gonna take forever. and it just wait. I think I ran off way too much, and it's just like nowadays I try to play games that have some sort of completion, right? So if a game is just like perpetual, as in you can't really finish it, then like I try to avoid that because yeah, I just avoid those like never-ending games nowadays. Let's see, FPS or third-person side-scroll. Side-scroll games. If you're into side-scrolling, have you tried Ender Lilies? Ender Lilies is quite fun. It's like, imagine Dark Souls but in 2D, and it's very similar to like Hollow Knight. So if you love Hollow Knight, you might be into Ender Lilies from a sort of, what do they call? Actually, no. It's kind of like half. It's half. It's half Dark Souls and half Hollow Knight, but it's like not. Yeah, it's not like. It's hard to explain, but I enjoy it a lot. I like have 100% completion on it. Yay, we're done with this. Give me more stuff. Where do I go now? It's down here. Okay. I'll check it out at some point. Thanks for recommending the game. There's another. Well, you say you're not into isometric, but have you ever tried Hades? Hades is really good. It's a bit sadistic. You have to be. Sorry, it's a bit masochistic because the game is really, really hard. But I kind of like the storyline and you know, the roguelike aspect of. The roguelike replayability aspect of Hades. So. Yeah, RNG stuff and grinding. Like, when I was younger, I would play, like, well, as I've said, like, you know, Ragnarok, Maple Story, and all these games that have a lot of grinding. And now it's just, I just want to enjoy a game, you know? Like, just want to have fun, and then after that, not have to be, like, mid-maxing, you know, my build or something like that. Oh, Trin 2 and 4. I have Trin, but the thing is, I feel like it's a game I have to play with a partner, you know what I mean? Like have to have player 2. Because if I'm playing just by myself, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's meant to be played alone. But that's my perspective on Trin. Yeah, I gotta find my player 2 to play Trin. Oh yeah, Galantos. Yeah, I really enjoying Guild Wars 2. It's very very chill, no stress, taking my time. And okay, wait, let me smack this wolf. It's just a game. I feel like it's a game that really allows me to play at my own pace. So because I feel like games today, like in let's say 2002 onwards, wait, 2022 onwards, right? Games are all about how can I reach the end game as soon as possible, and it's really boring to do that, right? I really want to, you know, not necessarily grind, but you know, really take my time with the story and really not skip the content and that kind of stuff, right? The most recent MMO I played was like Lost Ark, and it's really nice if you take your time. But if you're trying to get to end game, it's not enjoyable because they have a lot of content gates where you have to like pay to unlock content or pay to skip content, which is a really weird concept to me, right? Like, why would I skip content? Like, the whole point of playing a video game is for the content, right? So it just baffles me. Combat-based motion sickness. Oh, yeah, that one. Hades. I don't know if you'll get motion sickness from Hades, but it's a very, very fast game, and like you have to have like precision because there's dodging. You can dodge in like Hades. So when you see like, let's say if there's an enemy has an attack animation, you have to time like within maybe 0.5 to 0.2 seconds of reaction speed. Oof. It is tough. Wait, sorry, it takes me a bit of energy to read this. Guardian has a skill called Advanced. The icon, the boot. Oh yeah? Oh nice. Where did I find this? Galantios, where is this? Where is this thing? Here? Oh no, I dodged. By accident. Alright, so what do I do? Where is it at? Utility skill? Where's utility though? I have skills and I have specialization. And I don't have these, I think. Right? Yeah, but that's kind of like what I like about it, right? It feels very, because it's or maybe like I said, leveling is almost like a tutorial, so you can really take your time. And then I haven't got to the horizontal progression yet, but I assume it would just balance your level if you go to a lower level zone. Maybe that's what I think they would do from a design standpoint, right? Is there in skills? Okay, skills. Where would this be? Like in Zeal? One that looks like a boot. What am I supposed to do? Where the hell is this? Oh crap, I'm dying. 1 second. Alright, we're going to... Whoops. We'll go to the town where it's supposedly safe before I reply your messages. What? I didn't beat them up yet? They're still alive? Oh, damn it. Leave me alone. Run, run. I think they're gone, right? Here should be safe. Alright, so let's see. Those on the right of your health are your utility. You mean these? Okay, I kind of get it, but how do I... It doesn't let me change it? Down level, white level? Oh, I'm already level 24. Didn't notice. Not for weapon or utility skills. Okay, so that means it's like somewhere here? It looks like a boot, you say, eh? None of these are boots. Oh, this one. Okay, let's get it. Anything to walk faster. Alright, let's see. Grant ages and have... How do I put this into my... How do I put it into this thing? Ah, there we go. So... This? Whoa! Super much faster. That's some quality of life. Also, let's do this thing. Okay, let's see. What do I get here? Conditional damage. What is all this stuff? Power is what I should get, right? There's conditional damage, there's power, and there's toughness. I'm assuming I take this one. Right? Let's grab it. So, let's get this. That's cool. Yes, more power. Yeah, that's what I like. I joined like this Discord where there's just a bunch of people playing Guild Wars, and they say, yeah, just take power until you're like super late game, when things actually will start killing you. Assuming you know how to like play the game. Power, precision, or ferocity. What is precision and ferocity? I guess power is damage, right? So what's precision? Precision is what, like, can I miss? Can my attacks actually miss in this game? And ferocity is like critical damage, maybe? That's my guess. Okay, so, oh yeah, we have to come to this guy. So the scout will show us more of where we have to go.
Charge!
Oof. Love this speed boost. Thanks for recommending it, man. Alright.
When Jormag appeared, he drove many creatures to the south to find refuge. The voice of Coda led us here to Song of Final Exile. We are not the only ones. The Quaggan town of Urgulp is also made up of refugees from the north. It is easy for problems and conflicts to arise when dealing with this kind of transition, and there are many that could use a helping hand.
So, well, I guess I have to come here at some point, but I still want to do these random side quests. A roller beetle time trial. I have no idea what that is. Maybe we'll come here next. Equipment, right click to read attributes. So like here? What do you mean by attributes? It says mighty power 33. Don't know what these are. It doesn't seem to let me upgrade it. Oh, I see. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. So critical chance and crit damage. So how would I deal with it? So I need 50% stats on precision, 50% on ferocity? But... oh, thanks. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm just guessing, right? But crit chance and crit damage is still based on power. So power probably is still the easiest way to go, right? If I'm just playing this game hyper casually.
When Jormag appeared,
did I already do
he
this?
drove many creatures to the south to find refuge.
Oh, not yet.
The
Okay.
voice of Coda led us here to Song of Final Exile.
Or
We
maybe...
are not the only
where am I going? It's like an event quest, right? So I could probably just ignore it. Oh right, I was coming to here. So let's see. You know, another random thing I really like is the fact that I can run around like on the mini map. Or wait, did I get stuck? Whoops. Let me backtrack. backtrack a bit. Okay, so yeah, it's fun to be able to travel like this as well. A bit silly, but right side it says attributes. Right side says attributes, so oh, like this? Wait, what? Oh no, run away. Another thing I kind of like so far is that the health recovers quite fast out of combat, so that's pretty nice. Where is... Oh, the scout died? That's pretty funny. NPCs can get downed. Alright, show me where you need to go next.
After we came south, Jormag turned on the spirits and took Owl from us. She once protected this land, nurturing all under her powerful, silent wings.
There's
Now
one
we're
with
all
power,
returned
precision,
to protect
frosty,
the
and
land
disorder.
instead. But a deathly chill is coming over Snowden.
The stats are called Berserker. Oh, okay.
We cannot stop it by ourselves.
Still Jolton weapons protect travelers, keep hostile creatures off the road. Okay, so it's just another one of what's that called? Actually, what's this thing? Wow, literally everything I do gives me EXP or completion, right? Nice. My favorite, what do I usually play? Well, man, I have a really unhealthy relationship with Dota 2. I try not to play too much of it. It's on and off. Sometimes I play a lot of Dota 2 and sometimes I just quit for like months. Because it's one of those games where it's competitive, but it's a team-based game, right? So you can only get so good at the game, and at some point, your wins and your losses are based on your team, and not in terms of your skill level, I guess. Otherwise, I also really like Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together. That's the like survival-based game. You could probably play it on mobile now, and also on like a tablet, I think. But yeah, Don't Starve Together. I guess I also really like Monster Hunter. So like Monster Hunter Rise, Monster Hunter World, Iceborne. Like right now Iceborne is on sale, so I'm considering buying it and getting back into getting into the expansion, because I didn't buy it last time. I had my PC was like an older PC and it couldn't run Iceborne. But now I have a better PC, so I might check that out. Be closer to this heart to get completion, right? Okay, we're back. These wolves. What kind of game do you enjoy, Faye? Right, a second. Before I die to these dumbass wolves. Also, like, what is Aegis? Is Aegis like a perfect block or something? Like a perfect block buff? So it doesn't really care about how much damage I take, it just blocks it completely? That's what I imagine, but... yeah. Don't Starve is really nice. Especially well, it depends, I guess. Like if you enjoy playing solo, Don't Starve is kind of nice for the story mode. And if you enjoy playing solo but with more sort of like you understand the game and you just want to play it in so like procedurally generated, then you play Don't Starve Together. I think Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together is very similar to Minecraft in terms of like you can generate like a map based on your preferences, like resources, islands, landscape, stuff like that. So yeah, I think if you enjoy Minecraft, you may really enjoy Don't Starve Together as well. Yeah, I'm the same. Like that's the issue with like that's my issue with like Dota, right? Like as I mentioned, I'm competitive in the sense that, you know, I want to feel like I'm getting better at a game, right? But as I mentioned, any game that's based on, like I guess Overwatch is the same, or Counter-Strike, it's really team-based. So unless you have a professional team and you're playing in pub, then you're really at the mercy, right? Because it's very rare that one single player is going to be better than everyone else due to like MMR and like matchmaking based on skills. So you would lose more games than you would win, and then you'll feel really bad about it, right? You'll be like, oh man, I could have played better, I could have done things better. And at some point you realize like, holy crap, like I can't do better than I already do. Like it's really the luck of the draw, right? Like sometimes I would win 8 games in a row, sometimes I'll lose like 15 games in a row in Dota. And then it really makes me question, like, well, could I really have done anything better? Could I have improved? Or is it really just people being really, what's it called? What's that term the kids say these days? Very, wait, okay, so while I'm thinking, very I guess entitled probably is what I want to say. Yeah, so it's basically if you win it's because of the team, and if you lose it's always your fault. You know, like people don't want to take responsibility for like actually getting better at that game, at least from my experience. So it's difficult. Oh no, I think I'm dying. So I probably want to do this. 1 second. Can I safely come in here without dying? Holy crap, I think I almost died there. Run. Okay, so if I use this, I get Aegis, right? 20-second Aegis blocks next incoming attack. Okay, so I should be using this pretty often. I see. I heard that Talos Principle is really good, and Remnant too. And I think Hell Divers is like, it's like the it's like one of the most popular games right now, right? Like about 2 months ago or a month and a half ago it was like Power World, and then after that it seems like, yeah, Hell Divers 2 is picking up a lot of steam. But honestly, I think like with most games, like whether or not a game becomes really successful depends on the people who play it, right? So whether that's on Twitch, or you know, on YouTube, anyone who plays, any content creator basically that's like that plays a certain game would really help a lot with the sales, at least in the short term, right? And that's why like a lot of like bigger time content creators and Twitch people get the games for free, because they're able to give that sort of advertising value, right? And very often they don't get paid to distribute the game. They just get a free version of it, right? And when you are like developing a video game, it costs to create the game, right? You have to like hire people, you have to code it and all that sort of stuff. But once the game is complete, the cost of the game, well, the cost to distribute the game is really just $0, right? Unless you have to, yeah, I think it's $0, because in Steam, if you sell a game, you only have to pay the commission based on your sales. So I think putting it on any platform doesn't cost anything, and because of that, like the free keys really work really well along with the influencers and stuff like that. Oh no, I think I ran off again, and then it didn't register. Am I too far again? Ah, no, I did it again. I went too much in one direction and it didn't register my stuff. Oh, the Myst. You know what? Like, I didn't play Myst, but if you like Myst, you may also like this game called okay, I don't remember. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to check my Steam library. But if you like Myst, there's another puzzle game which I absolutely love. It's called just a second. I think it's called. No, where is this game? I have like the entire series of it, but not the name of this game. No, it's not Resident Evil. Why is it showing me Resident Evil? I don't even own this game. It's called. Wait, let me check. It's called. Yes. Okay, found it. Yeah. So if you really love oh no, getting. Okay, so if you really like Myst, it's not like 100% like that, but it's similar in the sense that it's kind of like a puzzle, right? I really love The Room, so make sure you check it out. So it's like THE space and ROM. So The Room, the series is amazing. It's kind of like a puzzle, and then like they have a storyline as well that's kind of interesting. It's kind of like an escape room crossed with like a puzzle, crossed with like a thingamajig, you know? Like a Rubik's Cube, but not a Rubik's Cube kind of stuff. Yay, finally. It took kind of long. Why do we want to come here? What else do we want to do? I guess we can come to this point now and progress the story a little bit. Did I talk to this guy? It's a scout, but he doesn't show anything. I guess I already spoke to him. 1 second. I gotta. My stream chat is pretty small, so sometimes I have to like alt tab if I'm like. Yeah, but that's fun though. Like when you're playing PvE, you really do get like a sense of accomplishment, right? Because you kind of have to get good, or you have to level up, or have the right equipment to I guess like do these. You mentioned like raids. Yeah, those are like a bit rougher. But I guess don't you need to have a team to do raids as well? PvP let my. Oh, I'm tired. Letting down your entire gender in PvP. Don't know what that means. I mean, I'm not sure if like video games is still kind of like a guy thing. Honestly, I feel like video games is very widely accepted. Like my little sister, she plays games. I mean, she plays like Oxygen Not Included, those kind of like The Sims and stuff like that. I honestly don't feel like video games is, you know, gender locked anymore. Like anyone could enjoy it, really. Yeah, Power World was Power World really was something. Like it's a game that I really enjoy playing with people, and by when I mean playing with people, just letting them do all the work, and I was just like, I don't know, chill by the campfire. The Room. Yeah, The Room is really nice. Mobile puzzle game. It's not a mobile puzzle game. The Room, like I said, is kind of like imagine an escape room with kind of a storyline and a Rubik's Cube. So if you put these three together, it's basically what The Room is for me, or how I would like describe it. We Were Here. I don't know. Have I heard? It sounds familiar. I haven't played it yet before. Quinn Undying, I haven't heard of that. And Riven. Okay, let me check. Let me check what this game is. Riven. VR supported. Riven 19. What? Riven 1997? What is this game? It looks kind of like The Mist. Oh, the sequel to Mist. Oh, okay, I see. I guess if you're into this style of game, you may also like the genre of what's it called? Walking simulator. I think that's what it's called. Like Firewatch. Dear Elsa, I think is the name, or Dear something. Dear Esther, right? Dear Esther. I didn't get into that though because I felt like I was confused as to where to go. And walking simulator isn't really something that I have a lot of experience with. Islands of Insight. What's that? Islands of Insight. Is it like some sort of Sudoku? Numbers. Oh, that looks kind of interesting. Oh man, but it looks like I feel like I would get motion sick playing this game though. I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean, if you were playing like 20 years ago, that was a little bit. I guess that's a little bit different because 20 years ago, the competitive scene was very was still very like guy focused, right? I think they had like was it a Counter-Strike team, or they had like a Dota team that was like all female, an all female team, and then they didn't really get too far. There were like only a few instances of all female competitive teams, and like it just didn't, there wasn't a lot of support for it. So yeah, I mean, also in general, like the internet is mean. Like everyone is just absolutely like trolly, and you shouldn't take anything seriously. Like unless you know someone in person, unless you've like met them in person, or you know, like video chatted with them, you know, like just don't take it too seriously. Like people are just, yeah, people are just more mean online than they are in person. That's what I would like to believe. I'm pretty optimistic about the human race outside of the internet, but the internet, that's a whole new other story, right? Oh yeah, so you played Dear Esther. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. There's just something about Dear Esther that like I can't get immersed into it. Like after a while, I just don't know what to do. I think like it would have been better if it was more obvious in terms of where I had to go to follow a storyline. So not necessarily like an A to B, but kind of just, you know, sometimes I guess it's like okay, let me go back to Guild Wars real quick. So like in Guild Wars, I think sometimes it'll show like arrows. Like when I'm in the town, it'll be like, okay, you have to walk in this direction. So for people who are like directionally challenged, it's really, really helpful, you know? Okay, let me just get to this spot before I catch up on the chat, because yeah, sorry, I'm like not chatting, not really responding. It's a bit hard for me to multitask, not enough brain cells. All right, let's get to this. Why doesn't it let me enter? Okay, cool. Ah, no worries. Like I didn't come on Twitch to like just play blindly. Like, you know, like it's I'm here to socialize and maybe not die while I socialize. You know, like it's weird. I don't know. Like if people are on Twitch and they're just playing a game and they don't like, you know, talk to other people, it's just, I don't know. I guess like if I was playing Dota, I wouldn't really be as communicative because I have to focus a lot. It's like 1 hour of like hell. But yeah, but for this, at least like, you know, these wolves are not murdering me yet. So that's a nice thing. Yeah, so don't feel bad about it. Definitely, you're definitely keeping me company here. As long as you don't mind, I'm replying to you kind of slowly, right? Okay, so let's continue this for a bit.
Yes. The imbalance is stronger here. I can sense the horn casting a dark shadow.
Varg used the horn to summon ice imps. If he found a way to infuse the horn with Jormag's corruption, there's no telling what else he could unleash with it.
Stay close and move fast. We're not leaving without the horn.
Can I beat all these guys? Do I have to fight all of them?
It's that horn he has.
I have to defeat the minions. Okay, so a little bit of focus time here. To be here.
These creatures are not natural.
I guess this is the boss.
Varg! You cheated me out of my inheritance. I know your dice were loaded. Give me back my ancestor's horn!
You were stupid enough to be cheated. You were stupid enough not to know how powerful this horn is. Now you'll die because you were stupid enough to fight me.
Hand over the horn, Varg, and no one has to suffer.
No. But if you bow down before me, girl, I'll make your sacrifice to Jormag a fast one.
Then it's by force.
Oh, that was easy. Fighting the wolves was harder.
The horn's still in one piece, but it feels strange. Like a bitter wind is blowing through it all the time.
It is Jormag's corruption, from every crevice and corner. It is no longer the horn we crafted for Romka. It has become a vessel of darkness, terrible and dangerous. My people know a way to destroy such distortion.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that your Esther was the first of its kind. The first time I heard Walking Simulator was with Firewatch. I think that's the name of the game, Firewatch.
Maintain the balance by destroying.
And then after I discovered like
choose wisely.
Dear Esther, and like the story seemed kind of cool, but then when, like I said, when I played it, it just I couldn't get into it.
It's good to see you here.
1 second. Let's save this. What do I take? Oh wow, this is so much better than what I have. From 27 to 46. Nice. Take this one.
Experience makes me strong.
Let's equip it. And then a back item. Tiny crafting bag. This is probably better, right? Oh, I get both? Okay, nice. Nice. These are probably minerals? Okay. Let's escape. Yeah, he indeed got wrecked. It's nice to like put in some effort to beat a boss, and because it's weird. Like nowadays, I find like games are either too easy or too hard. Do you know what I mean, Faye? Like either the game kind of plays itself, or it's really hard unless you know exactly what you're doing and you die like 1,000 times. When I was playing my brother-in-law like plays Elden Ring, and so sometimes I go to the Steam library and I access it. So in Elden Ring, like at the beginning, I just get into the world map for the first time, right, or the open world, and I died to the first trash mob, and it was like, how the hell did you die to that? And it was the same with Subnautica. Like I was like, first 2 minutes, right? If you play Subnautica, it's pretty fun. I enjoy Subnautica, but I'm like very noob in that as well. So 2 minutes into Subnautica, I died, and then my brother-in-law was like, I've never seen anyone die in the first 2 minutes of the game, and I was like, there you go. It was a good laugh. Let's go over here. Yeah, maybe I'll try like Dear Esther again at some point. I think it's a game that's very immersive, right? So you really have to be in focus in the game and not like half distracted. Like with this, with Guild Wars 2, at least I can enjoy it while sort of like I said, chatting. But I think for Dear Esther, I'll be like fully focused into it because there's so much detail in the game, right? Like a lot of stuff happening. I guess I could teleport over here. To the moon. Really? Let's see what this game is. It sounds familiar. To the moon. Alright, this one. I heard about it. It's the overwhelmingly positive. That's a very okay. I'll add it to my wish list. I do kind of enjoy like these what's it called? These RPGs that are more like what JRPGs of the old, like Final Fantasy 2 to Final Fantasy 4 is really nice. I enjoyed that kind of stuff. Oh man, what other stuff is nice though? Do I have any other games that are JRPG? It's been a while since I played something like that, but I don't think I have it here. Oh yeah, I guess another game I really like, but it's very, very hard in my opinion, is if you're into turn-based games, like Darkest Dungeon is really good. So Darkest Dungeon and Darkest Dungeon 2, both of them are like masterpieces. Like for story, for lore, so for lore, and also for like completion and stuff like that. Have you played Darkest Dungeon? Yeah, that's the same thing I had with like, once again, sorry for reading really slowly, but yeah, Elden Ring was so hard. It felt clunky. It's like, I don't know if the game is clunky, I didn't know what I was doing, or my PC is like an absolute potato, but like when I would see an enemy attack, I can't dodge, you know. And then my brother-in-law would just tease me saying, hey, you know, like kind of, you know, you could dodge. I say, it doesn't work. The dodge button is like, it's like I'll dodge and then I'll try to do it like 2 seconds later. Infuriating. Yeah, let's enter the instant. Subnautica is grindy. Yeah, I guess so, but I played Subnautica to the point where I get my first submarine. So there's this like thing you can hold on to and kind of like go a bit deeper, and then there's one you go inside, right? So the first kind of like one-person small submarine, I played until there and then I stopped. I haven't gone back into it yet.
That was a waste.
I see. For the Dear Esther story. I think like, isn't it just retelling the story from a perspective of a ghost or something? Because when I was playing Dear Esther, it felt like it was a spirit that was talking to me, as opposed, like the narrator felt like a spirit. Well, that's the thing about like a pixel style, right? Like there are games which don't look nice, but I mean, they're not like visually appealing, but the story is really good, right? Or the gameplay is really good. So for myself, if I have to choose one or the other, I'd rather play a game that is less visually appealing, but better sort of like gameplay mechanics and story, as opposed to, you know, really great graphics, but it's just like lacking, you know, in terms of like gameplay mechanics or like story or just like it looks good, but it's not fun, if that makes any sense.
Let's get dirty.
Oh, okay. Dungeon Keeper, I've heard of that. Let me check that out. I think Dungeon Keeper, isn't Dungeon Keeper like super old though? It feels like it's a 1990s game. Dungeon Keeper. Pretty sure it's super old. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one, I remember this. I mean, I didn't play it, but oh my god. So apparently on Steam, Dungeon Keeper Gold is released March 7th of 2024, but this game has to be like ancient. Civilization. I tried playing Civilization, but it's just there's so much going on, and like, there's like a lot of statistics in Civilization. So I feel like the learning curve is quite high, at least for me. But yeah, if you're into like old games that are really good, well, I mean, in my opinion, really good, do check out Heroes 3. Like, check out Heroes 3 and then let me know if you like it or not. Maybe you don't like it, but it's a fan favorite, right? Like, even today, people still play it, I think. Yeah, that's the thing. It's also because the narrator speaks in a very, like, spirity, ghosty voice, right? So that was what it is. You're pretty old at 37. Yeah, that is pretty old by the internet standard. I'm like, I'm gonna be 37 this year as well. So we're practically the same age, kinda. Like, I'm a 1987 dude. The original Myst. Wow, yeah. The first game I really liked was oh man, I don't know if like you mentioned it or someone mentioned it. I apologize if I missed that message, but I grew up on the NES. Like when I was a kid, my dad, you know, he worked a lot. He wasn't really around, so he got me an NES, and after I like Super Nintendo. So I really grew up like with Mario, right? Mario, Super Mario, Donkey Kong. What else is that? Super Mario RPG. Yeah, that was my first RPG. Kind of RPG. And after I played like Final Fantasy VII, I moved on to like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. And then I think I went back to like, I went to N64, the Wii, the Switch, and then now I mainly just play on computer. Because I mean, most games eventually end up on the computer, and like I enjoy having access to it anywhere I go, right? So if I go somewhere, I can just bring my laptop and play, as opposed to having to commit to a console. But I will say though, the Switch is really nice because it's like kind of like a half Game Boy, half actual console that you can play on a TV. So for that, I play like Monster Hunter Rise the most, and also a bit of like Smash Brothers. But like, I'm terrible at it now. Like, I'm absolutely not competitive on Smash Bros. I don't think I can even beat like a level 9 computer or level 8 computer.
Something troubling you, Slayer. You've been as silent as snowfall since we left the Coden.
It's the Horn. I was irresponsible for gambling it away in the first place. It's not the best way to honor a legacy.
And yet you tracked it down, fought Varg, and rescued the Horn. I was proud to stand with you. You truly honored a legacy and infused it with your own.
You know, this
when I was young, I thought
this woman here looks a lot like one of the Wolverine characters in Skyrim.
With a friend
I forgot what's it called, like the Brotherhood? Not the Brotherhood, but a bunch of werewolves, and there's like this NPC that uses...
Place the horn.
I think she uses like bow and arrow.
On what we've learned, friend.
Mostly, but reminds me of that character in Skyrim. Alright, let's see, what's next?
You should put that horn in its rightful place.
And where is that supposed to be? Oh, okay. Place the horn. Whoa, that guy ninja styled.
There it is. Romkey's horn. Grab it and cut down these weaklings.
Out of my way, woman.
Huh? What?
The corruption is stronger than we thought. The horn is defending itself.
Oh, there's more people here.
It's shattered. All that work and the horn is broken. I thought we could save it. I thought we could keep Blomka's legacy in your hands.
Yet the horn saved us and defeated the Suns. If it were a Norn, we would say that it fought and died well. And we would celebrate that Norn's legacy. What's important is what we take away. I can be obsessed about the pieces on the ground, or be inspired by the legacy. I choose inspiration.
That's a choice I've wrestled with too. Travel well, Slayer. Until we meet again.
Okay, I feel like, what time is it? 1-ish o'clock. Okay, wait, what is this? So my thing is done? Maybe it is a good time to end because I don't have another story quest, right? Tomb Raider. I tried playing like the original Tomb Raider. I think it was on PC, right? And it's just, it was really clunky. And I think like I died to some random bear. It's really like early level. So I was like, oh my god, so bad. But what I did enjoy in Tomb Raider was, I think it was the tutorial, right? Or like in Lara Croft's mansion, where you can kind of just parkour through this like obstacle course. I found that pretty enjoyable. You could play Super Mario blindfolded? Oh my god, you know, here's the thing though. If I play Super Mario World today, I would just walk into a Goomba. You know, like my motor skills can't handle 2D games anymore from like the olden days. Oh, Bubsy. Yeah, I know Bubsy. Is Bubsy considered an obscure game? I played it. I played Bubsy when I was young. It's that cat and kind of like a platformer game, right? Adam's Family? No, I didn't play that one though. Oh, the Steam Deck. Oh, okay. Is it worth getting the Steam Deck? Because I feel like there's a lot of games that don't necessarily work well. It's not optimized well on Steam Deck. But you're right though, like Steam Deck is kind of like a Switch, right? So... every 10 levels I get some story quests. Oh, okay, so I have to be like level 30 before I get a next quest? Huh. Wait a minute, let's see, I got a mail here. What? Or not? I'm a bit confused here. Probably not important then. Yeah, but I mean, if you used to be able to play Super Mario World blindfolded, you can't be that bad today, come on. Bubsy 3D. No, I don't think I've ever heard of Bubsy 3D. Wasn't it just on the Super NES? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you could stream to the TV. So, but wouldn't it have lag? Like if you're playing a fighting game on your Steam Deck and you project it onto the TV, wouldn't there be like latency? Like you press like a punch button and then the dude will like punch, I don't know, 100 frames later. Horizon Forbidden West. Is that the is that like Horizon, the series Horizon, right? I think it's Horizon 2. Oh, I see. Yeah, this one. That's the new game, right? I think. The yeah, that's the new one. I've been wanting to get into like Horizon because I think I have access to it through my family sharing thing. What was it called again? Horizon something. There's only one Horizon, right? Because it's like what cyberpunk meets natural world meets dinosaurs. Seems pretty cool. I think I have it in my library, but I haven't gotten around to playing it yet. Maybe I'll try it next time. I also have this called Hellblade Susuna's Sacrifice. That one's also seems to be pretty cool. I haven't gotten around to it yet. Yeah, technology is really I mean, we're the same age, right? Like we're both kind of like 37-ish. So, or I'm gonna be 37 soon. So like it's baffling, right? Like I remember a time when, you know, you punish kids by, you know, making them go to their room, and now you punish kids by making them go outside, right? Because all the Zoomers are like, so I have some friends, they're in their 20s, okay, so early to mid 20s, and they're like, oh, I need data to listen to the sound of nature while I'm outside. I'm like, you know, you could just remove your headphones and you listen to the sound of nature. It's just, yeah, it's just they're born into in a time where they don't understand that outside is a thing, if you know what I mean. And I really feel it's a privilege that we have in our generation, is that we experienced life before the internet, right? And when the internet came, it was like what, 56K? Like, people don't understand what is slow unless you've lived like 56K dial-up modem. Like, man, those were the days. And stuff like IRC chat rooms and what's that called? Not Skype, but like, not what it used to be. Yeah, those are the days. And then now it's like every few years, every 2 or 3 years, like we have such a huge jump in technology, right? Like before everyone was like you know, making big deal of AI. Like machine learning has been around for a good like 6 to 8 years. Like I wasn't exactly part of it, but I was in the know. Like I work in technology mostly, well, right now, like I'm not really working because tech industry has laid off a bunch of people, including myself. But like I work in marketing for like software, right? So yeah, technology has been moving really, really fast, and it actually kind of scares me because the early form of AI really has been in machine learning, and now like. But before the machine learning, I'm not sure if you're familiar with machine learning, but machine learning AI was based on the amount of data you feed into it for it to learn, and it's structured data. But now the newer forms of AI have larger data sets, and it's unstructured data. So with certain like specific rules and configurations, it could access data and make sense out of things that are completely random and chaotic. So yeah, I don't know where we're going. Like, I feel like someday the only thing we're going to do as human beings is just exist, if that makes any sense, right? Like, we won't really need to think anymore. We don't need to make decisions anymore. People use like ChatGPT to write emails and also to reply to emails these days. Like, if you create a social media post, the AI will write the goddamn thing for you, right? So it really kind of invalidates my job, which is content writing, copywriting, brand messaging, stuff like that. Because everything is so so automated now, right? Just press a button, that's it. Yeah, I know the Horizon Zero. Yeah, I think I'll play it at some point. It's like a really large game, right? Like 80 to 100 gigabytes, which I do have space-wise, but it's gonna download for like 5 to 6, at least 4 hours, I think, with my internet speed. Oh, I used to camp when I was really young. I used to live in the States. Like right now, I live in Canada, but when I lived in South Carolina and U.S., I was like a Boy Scout for like 5 years. And camping was really nice. It was also the time when my dad wasn't as busy with a lot of responsibilities with the company at the time. And yeah, most of the quality time I have with my dad is between the age of, I think, like 5 to 9. And then after he retired, I'm starting to rediscover my connection with my dad. Like, we didn't have a bad relationship growing up. It's just he wasn't there. You know what I mean? It was just my mom, and my dad just traveled all the time. So I didn't really get to know who he was. And like some weekends I'll be like, oh, my dad's here. Oh, my dad's not here. Like more than 80% of the time he just wasn't home because of his responsibilities at the company. Yeah, dial up. Dial up. Those were the days. You know what would be really funny? I think I'm gonna do this just to troll people. I have to change my I'm gonna change my ringtone to dial up. I'm gonna crank up the volume so whenever anyone calls me, it's gonna make that sound, and I'm gonna see who reacts to it, and then I will understand who is in the know of the dial up sound. Yeah, it is, right? Like, I think here's the issue about like being spoiled. Once you're used to living in the first world, right, wherever that may be, in terms of having access to stuff and things being really fast, you just don't want to wait anymore. You know what I mean? It's like we want things instantaneous. And recently what I've been doing, this is like not really video game related, but I've been looking into the concept of slow living. So you could like Google this if you want. And what it says is you just really take the time to be in the moment, whatever you're doing, whether it's work, whether you're, I don't know, taking a shower, playing a really immersive game like Dear Esther, and just really be there, right? Because nowadays things are so instantaneous that as it's happening, we're just thinking about, well, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do an hour from now? What am I going to do tonight? What am I going to do tomorrow? And we really don't just say, hey, let's just be in this moment wherever we are, right? And that's where life happens. It's in the present. Yeah. Oh yeah, American Online, right? Oh, MSN, right, you're right. So that was the thing. I was thinking of IRC. I was like, what's the next thing? It's the MSN Messenger. Jeez, I totally forgot about that. It's so old. Do you remember the MSN Ducky? Like, everyone was using the rubber yellow ducky. It's like the default MSN thing. AI being taken over next decade for sure. Oh, come on. It's gonna take over within the next 5 years. So this is my guess, okay? So you can quote me on it. By 2028 or 2029, or latest by like 2030. So 6 years from now at most, like AI is going to be, is going to take over so much, right? As I mentioned, right now I'm not working, unfortunately, because tech has moved to the point where you don't need like, how should I put this? You don't need 20 people to be part of a team to do something anymore, right? Like now it's really about being agile. If you understand what, I'll explain what agile is. Agile is kind of like really small teams and leveraging technology, whether that's AI or machine learning or other automations, to really be able to create or progress like software or product you know, with a small team, right? So before maybe there's like, you know, a head count of like 20 to 100 people. Now it's really small. Now like you could have like 6 to 8 people in a company that's an app-based company. Or for larger companies like, say, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, like they just lay off a bunch of people because they don't need that. They don't need people to do it anymore. Because we've reached a point where you can prime AI to do a lot of functionalities. So let's say what I used to do, let's say copywriting, content writing, blog posts, stuff like that, right? Or research. It would used to take me like days to do it. And now as I leverage AI, you know, with my, I guess also like, I know what I'm doing as well. I could do it in just 3 hours, right? So before it would take 2-3 days, let's say 8-hour days or the 7+ hours. So let's say it takes 15 hours to do something. Now you can pretty much do it under 3 hours. And that also means you don't need as many people. And the people you do hire, you want to hire the best of the best. It's no longer about like, oh, we need more people to do stuff. It's more like we need the few, you know, cream of the crop. So you have to constantly upgrade yourself if you work in the tech industry, which I have been doing. But I mean, like right now is also like layoff. The layoff period started in like 2022. I think I got like laid off last year, kind of. Yeah, sometime last year. And nowadays it's still happening, right? So they'll lay off maybe 100 people, they'll hire back maybe 10. It's just like it's downsizing a lot. Anyways, that's I'm gonna stop ranting about it because it's just nothing's gonna change. It's good to know, but it's also like, you know, how to leverage from that, right? Game design, simple coding, and website design. Oh, that's pretty cool. So do you use like a game engine? I looked into, I think I saw like, what is the most popular? Unreal Engine, Unity, and RPG Maker, I guess. Like, those are the stuff that I saw. I've also seen like, I dabbled into like a little bit of, well, actually, yeah, I'm more into web design actually. Like, so my coding is really like front end, HTML5, CSS3, Bootstrap, JavaScript, jQuery. But it's also in line with marketing, right? So digital marketing has a lot to do with either promotion, websites, and also like, I guess, like different forums and communities. Let's see. Yeah, manual traits. I think that's the thing. It's unfortunate because I don't really have a manual trait. And before it was like, you know, white collar jobs used to be like, oh, you have a white collar job, that's cool. And now it's the opposite, because there are blue collar jobs that AI is not yet able to take over, right? So AI is really killing the office workers. It's really killing the people who are working in tech. But if you have to work with your hands, if you have to work with certain like machineries that haven't progressed their point of automation, then like, yeah, it's still necessary. You still need people who are cooks. You still need people who are like, I don't know, in the service industry, especially, right? Like waiters, waitresses. Actually, no. I've seen like there's a few places I've been to where they have robots as waiters and waitresses, and it's so cool. I mean, they're not humanoid in any way. You could tell it's a robot, and it's nice because you don't have to like tip them, I think. Or at least I don't tip the robots. At least they take over us quicker. Oh, you're from Europe. Oh, that's cool. I've been to Europe a few times. I really like the. It's different, right? Like Europeans are more, from my experience, maybe I'm stereotyping, are more, I'll say like they're ahead of North America in terms of the lifestyle that they live and the values. I guess more specifically the like France, Germany, and what's that third country? France, Germany, and Italy. Like those, like I've been to like these three countries, and the lifestyle there is very. There's a balance, you know what I mean? There's like you don't really have to work overtime all the time. People really respect what's it called? When you're not working, if you know what I mean. Like here in North America, it's like constantly hustle, it's constantly working overtime and just being burnt out. And I guess UK is also pretty good, I guess, in terms of like treating employees, taking care of their like, you know, mental and psychological health, not just grinding them into oblivion. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that your parents, I mean your situation with your parents. It really forces people to grow up faster and harder. My relationship with my parents it's not amazing, honestly. I just try to get along with them, you know what I mean? My value system is so different from them, right? Because I grow up, I guess like my values are more like all over the place, right? It's international. I've lived in different places in the world. Like I live in Canada now. I was born here, but I live in the States. I've been to Europe. I've been to South Africa. I lived in Southeast Asia, and I traveled. And when I travel, I really sort of experience the way people live their lives, right? And say, hey, you know, like if I lived in this country, how would I live like a local? And because of that, every place I go to, I pick up a little bit of the culture and make it my own. So sometimes it's really hard for me to, I guess, express myself in a singular manner, just because, you know, every person I've met in my life, every place I've been has become a part of me, right? So it's really hard to say like, oh, I am Canadian, stereotypically, or okay, I am Asian or Chinese, stereotypically, or oh, this is my culture. Like, no, I have my own set of values, very, very, very differing from anyone else. From just naturally slow living. Yeah, it's good. If you practice slow living, it's also like hard games, like puzzle games, forces you to be patient. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like I'm not patient and then I want instant gratifications, but just I don't like feeling stuck, if you know what I mean. Like if I'm stuck somewhere and I can't get out of it, it's a really frustrating feeling, you know? So yeah, I think that's my thing. It's just if as long as there's progression, or like if you get stuck, if there's kind of like a question mark and it helped me kind of thing. And I think that's why I really like The Room, right? Because if you're inactive or you're stuck for a certain amount of time in The Room, it will prompt and say, hey, do you want to have a hint? You know, they won't solve it for you, but they'll progressively give you hints to make it more obvious. Oh, another game that maybe you should check out is Escape Room, I think. Let's see if I have this. I think it's here, right? Unless I uninstalled it. No, it's called Escape Simulator. So Escape Simulator is, if you've ever played Escape Room, imagine you control an avatar and you're in a virtual escape room. Really fun. Love the game. Make it, you mean like games where you can upload your own like imagery and stuff? I'm not sure what GTK Radiant is, but I know Photoshop. I have to use it from time to time, depending on like what I'm, I guess, modifying. I also have to use everything in Adobe, which is very annoying because a marketing person is not a designer, but more and more like you just have to have so many tangent skills. It's so annoying. It's like the marketing person needs to be able to design, to video edit, but yet, you know, the designer doesn't need to know marketing, and the video editor doesn't need to know marketing. But, you know, if the company is, you know, kind of being tight on budget or really doesn't want to hire the headcount, they would just hire a marketer and say, hey, if you want this marketing job, you need also to be a designer. You also need to be a coder. And it's like, oh my God, it's just so frustrating. Like, you don't have to like know everything, but you have to know more than what the traditional job aspect requires, right? Because like a long time ago, marketing was more about strategy. Marketing was more about branding, messaging, and about the creative aspect. But nowadays it's very operational, which is okay, but it's very unappreciative work, right? Like, people expect you to do it without realizing that you're not supposed to necessarily know how to do it. But yeah, people try and take it for granted now. So I have a very full stack, I think, ability. I'm not sure. Maybe on my Twitch about me section I have it. I don't know. There's probably Instagram there, and I probably put in my own like LinkedIn profile or something. But like, yeah, I have to like. I've been working in marketing for over like 12 years now, and I picked up so many non-marketing related skill sets on top of, you know, being a full stack marketer. So I'm like, oh my God. So on one hand, it's fun because it feels like, you know, in the game of life and career, I do have, you know, every single skill unlocked, you know, but at least at the intermediate to advanced level. But at the same time, you know, when I interview at companies, it really annoys the crap out of me when they ask for things that are not realistic, right? Or they'll be like, okay, we want you to know all these things, and then they pay like, I don't know, 30 to 40% below the lowest rate in the market, like on a national or like state or provincial level. It's crazy. It's like, I can't pay my bills with the amount of crap they're asking for. And if they're asking for that much to begin with and they pay you so little, the likelihood is they're also going to overwork the crap out of you, which is what I experienced in my last two jobs. And like, one was a large company and the other one was a startup, but they're both like in the SaaS, software as a service industry. Manual trades maintain the robots and machines. Yeah, but I mean, that's still very technical, right? I mean, that's more on the engineering side. So maybe not computer engineering, but like mechanical and electronical engineering probably. But those are also pretty good though, because like mechanical aspects are never, I feel like mechanical engineering and electrical engineering isn't going away anywhere, right? There's always going to be a need for it, and AI will not be able to take over it. It is something that people still have to do. Similar to IT, right? IT is a physical infrastructure, and even though they say they're moving to the cloud, like, people think, oh, it's in the cloud. It's not really in the cloud. It's just in another physical location, right? So IT is still a very physical oriented job, even though it is in technology. And, you know, to a certain extent, people misunderstand what IT really is. Oh, you're from the Netherlands. That's nice. I've been to like Amsterdam like twice, I think. I was like transiting, and then I think the second time I went to the Heineken factory in Amsterdam. I think it's Amsterdam, or maybe I am somewhere in Amsterdam, and I took like this bullet train, super advanced. Oh, so from the Netherlands, nice. Yeah, Netherlands is really nice. I took a bullet train from the airport to like somewhere, past a bunch of like dairy farms, beautiful landscape, then got into the city. I went to, I think I checked out like the red light district. I had a really nice Argentinian steak. And also, yeah, I visited the Heineken factory, but it was closed. It was really late at night. And my transit was like, I think 12 hours. So I left and I just explored around for 4 hours and I went back to the airport to take a trip back home. Yeah, I mean, if you're moving from Europe to US, it really is a downgrade. The Americans are really about talking the big talk and not really getting anything done. So definitely. Really? So you are a world traveler? That's pretty cool. You should tell me about it sometime. I love I think like the thing about people who travel is that you have these people on Instagram that show like, oh, I've been here, I've been there, and they show like all this sort of like, I don't know, the influencer life, you know what I mean? It's kind of like they're showing off places they've been and stuff that they have, and really traveling is not that about me. Like I do that for me. Like I do share pictures from time to time, but they're so unfiltered and so horrible. Like if you could, I think like if I left my Instagram on my profile and you check it out, like all my pictures are absolutely crap. It's just like, it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a random picture, just do some light editing, and here you go. You know, like it's so unfiltered. But yeah, I definitely do understand when you mention like Frankenstein culturally, because the that's what it is, right? Like if all your experiences and all your travels truly become a part of you, and you're not just traveling to be a tourist, and you're traveling really to learn yourself and learn about others, doesn't that make you, I guess, more of yourself? And I feel everyone's a Frankenstein, right? Otherwise they're boring. Like if I guess most people, I don't know, most people I know have pretty boring lives, boring personalities in terms of like, they travel a lot, but they're not unique in any way. Or they're like very stubborn and I guess fixated and they don't really grow, right? And life is about growth, you know, as long as we're alive, it's always fun to, you know, challenge ourselves and change and become a better version of us every single day, you know, whenever we can. Life is beautiful. GTK Radiant is the engine for Jedi Knights. I didn't play any Jedi Knights games. Like I'm okay with like Star Wars, but I'm not like a crazy big fan of Star Wars. I'm just like, ah, sure, I'll watch the movies. But games wise, I haven't really played any of them. There is a cult following though, right? I think there is like I've heard that there's one specific online Jedi game that people are crazy about. Offshoot of Quake Engine, so yeah, Quake Engine is pretty old. It's a pretty old system. Oh, you alpha test the game. So, like, you do video game testing or something? I did that for a while. When I was taking a sabbatical, I was like so fed up with like not being a marketer, but like working in the marketing industry. I was so fed up. So I took like a 1 year sabbatical where I was like, you know what? I quit my job, I'm gonna travel, and after that, when I come back, I'm just gonna do a non-marketing related job. So I joined like a video game testing company for a while. What is it called again? It used to be called Babel, and I think now it's called Keyword Studio. It was a minimum wage job, but it was just so relaxing, right? Because you get your full breaks, you have a dedicated start time, and when it's time to go home, you just go home. You know, no one's going to be like, oh, I need you to work for another 3 hours or some random ass crap. And it was just so relaxing. And it was fun too, because in a way, it's like, yeah, you find bugs, you write down, I think you like write down features or something, whatever. They'll give like a menu and they want you to test stuff, and then you just find errors and then make it better, you know. And it's nice. Like QA is something that is another industry that people don't appreciate enough, right? They'll say, yeah, if you're a game developer or a software developer, you make like over $100,000, and then if you're a QA tester, you get like minimum wage. And then people just don't realize that QA is part of the dev team, right? Because you know, the people who are paid $100,000 a year are the ones making these mistakes, and then you're paying like people like 25 to 30 grand to find the errors that the people who are paying 100 grand over make, right? So it's even if it's like, you know, it's not something that you know, is highly valued in terms of like monetary, or you can't really pay them more because QA doesn't have that kind of monetary value, it still should be something that is respected. Like I've done QA, I've worked in kitchens, I've washed dishes, I've done a lot of random stuff in my life that really make me appreciate, you know, the little things, right? Like someone bringing you a plate of food, or someone actually doing their job. And also just not screaming to customer support. Like customer support is the hardest job in the world, because everyone who calls you is in a bad mood, and everyone is, whether or not they blame you or even though they're having a bad day, it's just gonna lash out. So whenever I deal with customer support, even though I'm pissed, I try to be human, you know, be like, yeah, you know, this is really frustrating. I'm not upset at you, but this thing really annoys me. Can you help me, right? So that's that. What? A casual PvE? Really? People don't play? Isn't Guild Wars 2 a casual game? Oh, well, right now, like I'm about to end, but yeah, I've been just chilling, taking my time, exploring places, getting vistas, and I just finished like this storyline quest, so I'm probably going to end the stream in a bit. But yeah, I'm a super casual player. Like any game I play, minus Dota 2, I just play without care. just enjoying my time. You don't have social media anymore. Yeah, social media is overrated. It's very unhealthy. What I do sometimes is I would not disable it, but I sign out of Facebook. I sign out of all my accounts when I once in a while, like for a week, just go on complete sabbatical, like a week or a month. I think like when I traveled to Europe, I just completely disappeared socially. Social media, I completely disappeared for 1 month. And when I came back, not many people realized I was gone, right? And I think this is the biggest. Okay, so people say that COVID has affected a lot of people's mental health. I disagree, okay? So I'm gonna be very controversial here and say social media is the #1 cause of depression. And then a far second would be, I don't know, I'm not sure what's the far second, but #1 is definitely social media. So anyone who's depressed, like say, oh yeah, you know, I'm sad, I'm frustrated, I'm not where I want to be in life. I say, have you tried like not being on this? Not doom scrolling on TikTok, Instagram. Have you tried not being on Facebook for like a week and just go outside? You'll be so much happier. Like you don't have to completely disable. You don't have to completely, change your identity and move to Brazil where all is golden and great. But like, take a social media detox once in a while. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, cats. Cats is another thing though. I've been considering, like, I had like a few cats before in my life. I adopted it with some of my exes, and then like when the relationship ended, they kept the cats. But yeah, cats are very mysterious creatures. The world could go to shit But if your cat is there, you know, and present with you, you feel like everything's gonna be okay, right? So when I had my cat a few years ago, I was also kind of like, oh man, work was really hard, or like I was like unemployed and I was looking for another job. And then my cat would just give me something to do every day, right? I have to wake up at like 4 a.m. in the morning because it'll keep pawing and clawing and biting my face until I wake up to feed him at 4 a.m. in the goddamn morning. And then I was like, oh man, you're being so annoying, but thank you for getting me out of the bed. So yeah, something really magical about these feline creatures. And also the fact that they have taken over the world and they've taken over the internet, of course. You like to watch documentaries? Oh wow. Documentaries are quite something else. I think the recent sort of reality TV / documentary I watched was is it called Unlocked? I think it's called Unlocked. It's about these it's funny because it's about this prison warden who's like, you know what, I visited Europe, I went to Denmark, and I realized the prison system is much better. I'm like, no shit. And they were like, you know what, we're gonna try the European style of using prison as a reform to make people better citizens when they're released. And I'm like, you do, and then in my head I'm thinking, like, you do realize that Europe has been doing this for decades. So we're really, really far behind when it comes to the criminal and justice system and reform in North America, both US and Canada. Holy crap, we're so backwards. Oh, Doctor Who. Funny. So one of my exes was a huge Doctor Who fan, right? And then I was like, what the hell is Doctor Who? And then like she rewatched some with me, I guess. And then we just started from I guess the newer version of Doctor Who. Like, was that like 2005, Doctor Who 2005? And then it's worked our way all the way up until I guess the most recent. I guess just before Jodie turns back into the Scottish guy, I forgot his name. He's also in like Jessica Jones or something, right? The Marvel Jessica something. Like he's the villain there, but that's the first time I discovered that actor. And then later on I was like, oh, he's also a Doctor Who dude. Cool. But I've watched up until that point. The most recent where she changes back into him, I guess. I haven't watched that yet. But it's really hard to find like you know, a legal or even illegal source of Doctor Who, like that's up to date in North America. Like anything that's a European production has to go through licensing. So like we get it really late here. Yeah, official QA is very repetitive. But what I will say is that it's very structured. So if you're someone who's very creative and chaotic, you wouldn't really, well, I think you would still enjoy it. You still would enjoy it because like, even though it's structured, you still need a lot of creativity and I guess you have to find ways to break the game, right? That's kind of like, that's kind of like what QA is about, breaking the game. So if you're into that, then it will be enjoyable. I liked it because it was very structured. It gets repetitive if you are working on the same project. I used to officially work on Fortnite. Is it called Fortnite? The game that the kids are into these days. And it was really repetitive, but the team I worked on was in the story mode of the game. So it was like I was just paid to play the story of the game, so it was fine. And also like my team was pretty fun. Like we would work maybe 40% of the time, 60% of the time we're just joking. I mean, like when you're paid like minimum wage, like they really don't expect much from you as long as you show up and you put in a few bucks, several bucks a day. Like they're already like over the moon. So it was pretty relaxing, especially, I mean, for me, especially because when I'm in my main gig, which is digital marketing, you know, technology industry, SaaS, and websites and advertising, is so fast paced that there's no room to breathe. Like sometimes, like, you know, even after work, my mind is still after work, my brain is still working, right? Because it's hard to turn off, you know what I mean? Whereas some jobs, you start your shift, you're done your shift, no one will bother you. It's not the same when it comes to like, at least in marketing, it's not the same for me. Let's see, player base. Okay, so you're like so you're kind of like the closed beta, or like you said, alpha testers. I don't remember if I've ever done that. I don't think so. I don't remember. I think I probably did for one game, like an MMO a long time ago, like as a player, early access player, I guess. Yeah, playtester, it's not. Here's the thing though, okay? When I was a QA, a video game QA, so like a playtester for Fortnite, and also a few other games, I forgot what it was called. I also play a few other games, I worked for a few other games titles, and also like VR. If you're familiar with like Asgard's Wrath, I QA tested Asgard's Wrath before it came out. And holy hell, like I felt like vomiting all the time because the frame rate was like so bad, and like my brain can't comprehend like what's happening. Like I'm moving. So you're a first person, right? You're moving, but you're not physically moving, so the brain gets motion sick. Or at least that's how it was for me. It really depends on but yeah, to answer you, Duke Darkwood, it really depends on the title, okay? So the title of the game you work on, as well as your team. So, I mean, I don't think they're gonna watch this and come and sue me, but the company I used to work for, they like QA test things like, you know, like I said, Fortnite, League of Legends, Diablo, Monster Hunter, Street Fighter series, and also I think Magic the Gathering Online. They also did Magic Arena. Yeah, they also like QA tested Magic Arena for like new content stuff. It really depends on your title as well as your team and your lead and all that. It's just basically any job, right? But yeah, where I was getting at was when I was a video game QA tester, I had no energy to play video games outside of my job, right? Because just being on a computer and being like testing video games will, on one hand, it will make you kind of appreciate game design a lot because you see what's behind the scene. But on the other end, like once you start doing like game testing, like serious official game testing, it's harder to enjoy games that do have a lot of bugs, right? So like, I think I didn't play this, but like Hogwarts, I think Hogwarts is like 1 year old now, or maybe 6 months old, I don't remember, but the Hogwarts game has so many goddamn bugs, right? But they sell the shit out of it because it's Harry Potter. Yeah, but like so many people, there were so many bugs when it was released, and most of it still is like unresolved, like unfixed. Yeah, exactly, dude. That's the thing. So once again, sorry guys, I'm reading really slowly, but and replying really slowly. But it's just, that's the thing I'll tell most people is if you love video games, don't work in the video game industry. Okay, you're gonna see the, how should I say it? Okay, let me use this analogy, all right? If you enter the kitchen of your favorite restaurant, it will no longer be your favorite restaurant, okay? Because you're not supposed to be in the kitchen, and it's very chaotic, and there's a lot of stuff you should not see, you should not know. And once you know, you can't unsee it or unknow it, and then that's just, yeah, it's harder to enjoy it. Like, but definitely, I didn't one, I didn't have energy to play more games, and second, I just couldn't enjoy games that weren't polished, you know what I mean? And a lot of games today are not polished because they're rushed to the market, right? That would be, okay, everything, the game is kind of done-ish, so let's just toss it into early access. And that's the thing too, right? Any game that's in early access is just allowing developers to, or developer publishers, an excuse to sort of have a lot of bugs, right? So if a game is in early access for 2, 3, 4 years, or perpetually in early access, it's just a way of them getting revenue without really fixing the underlying issues. So that's from a video game development, and also from a marketing and sales and distribution side. Let's see. Getting on industry. Like getting into what, like the video game industry? Do you mean like getting into the video game industry or the QA industry? One closed beta and a few open ones. I think I've been in I definitely have been in open beta. I don't remember if I've been in a closed beta. Oh wait, I think I have been. I'm trying to remember. Yes, I think I was in the closed beta for Lost Ark. Yeah, I was in the closed beta for Lost Ark. So Lost Ark is this, I don't know, I think Asmongold, World of Warcraft guy or whatever, is really promoted the shit out of Lost Ark. But I played that during closed beta. Yeah, the alpha testers. Okay, so I alpha tested a VR game. If you're into VR, there's one called there's a shooter. I forgot what's it called, but a game where you shoot to the rhythm of music. Okay, Pistol Whip. I think it's called Pistol Whip. Yeah. So I alpha tested Pistol Whip. It was a nightmare. You couldn't even call it a game. Sorry, I tend to speak loud. But yeah, it was a nightmare. Like at the alpha, when you're testing at the alpha stage, the developers are still experimenting with different concepts, right? So if you knew what a game was at the alpha stage and then you find out when it's released, it could be two completely different games. So yeah. I see. So Faye, you understand. Yeah, true alpha is just, it's unplayable sometimes, right? No, most of the time it's unplayable in true alpha. Everything breaks. It's nuts. Yeah, don't, well, I mean, that's, I mean, if you want to do it for a while, it's fine. If you want to do it for fun, or you really need to sort of pay your bills and you're unemployed like what I am right now, I mean, for now, then, you know, just try it out. But it's definitely going to ruin the experience of enjoying a game when you know what happens behind the scenes. Oh yeah, you really like Hogwarts Legacy? Yeah, a lot of people still really liked it, but it didn't change the fact that it's buggy as hell. Like so after I left Keywords, I recommended someone else into the company. So he works there now, and he works in I think right now he's working on some Nintendo Switch port of some Batman Arkham Asylum game, which is apparently horrible ported over. And also he worked on Hogwarts Legacy. So he was like, oh my god, it was just, there were so many bugs reported by the public, and it was just impossible to fix because there's just so many bugs. Oh, cool. So you played like the early Guild Wars thing. You got what could be worse than like infinite bugs in the game, like much worse bugs. I mean, I guess like the worst bug that that is kind of like is considered a game breaking. So a game breaking bug is something that player isn't able to sort of get out of, right? So either the game completely hangs and everything you do and press can't get you out of it and you have to hard reset it. That's like one. Or you just get stuck into like, I don't know, in a weird platform you just can't get out of, right? I should probably move this into like the just chatting like stream instead. I'm not really playing Guild Wars at this point. Barely keeping up with chat. I think it depends. Like if the game is in early access, then I'm like kind of forgiving in terms of some bugs. Yeah, early access, or if it's a completely new game, especially with MMOs, they generally get patched pretty quickly. Like if there's like really big issues, they normally patch it within like 3 days to like maximum 2 weeks, because otherwise they will get so much bad publicity and lose all their player base. So I find that MMOs are the ones that are more persistent in bug fixing, because their monetization model is based on usually cash shop and stuff like that. So you need people to actually be on the game. Whereas if you are paying for the game and it has bugs, well, you already got their money, right? So then at that point, it's really like, well, is it a cash grab? Or do you really want to continue, I guess, fixing all the bugs that it has, right? But usually nowadays, I think the new model for video games is you just, video game development, is you just leave it in early development as long as you, early access as long as you can. Sometimes you leave it for even like a good 2 to 4 years before you send it out as a full game. And this allows people to, this allows companies to have a healthy revenue, to continue paying for, their employees that are continuing to build the full version of the game with like, less game breaking bugs, I guess. Yeah, but here's the thing though. When you're toxic to someone else, you're being toxic to yourself. And when you're being toxic to yourself, it's like something I've been working on, because I'm into like, what's it called? Spirituality, personal growth, and all that sort of stuff. Self-compassion is really important. So if you're being toxic or cruel to yourself, what I do is I look into I look in the mirror. Give me a second. I'm gonna fix this thing here. Yeah, my headphones are a little bit busted. I have to get new ones. But the what I've been looking into is like there's this woman called Louise Hay, and she kind of like popularized the some form of like personal meditation or whatever you want to call it, which is verbal affirmations in front of a mirror. So what I do sometimes, or I try to do nowadays, is I will look in the mirror and I will forgive myself for sucking in a video game, right? So sometimes realizing that you're not treating yourself well, you know, imagine how you would treat your best friend, right? If you're not going to be toxic to your best friend, then don't be toxic to yourself, because you need to be your best friend. Like, that is the only person that will stay with you for the rest of your life. You have to be your best friend. People will come and go. That's generally the case, right? So making peace with ourselves first allow us to have better relationships with other people, right? Whether that's romantic or platonic. Once we heal ourselves, we heal the world. I'm pretty sure I stole this from someone, but you know, you get a point. Oh, I got kicked out of the game because I've been inactive. It doesn't like the fact that well, anyways, I'm gonna probably end the stream soon anyways, once I catch up to this super you guys are like chatting way too fast. Let's see, I think people who live through hard difficulties in life, small things. You know what? I rarely refund things nowadays. Well, I guess I refund if it's from Amazon, right? But for games, unless it's really horrible, if I don't like a game, I won't refund it, because how do I explain this? Because other people because if everyone like refund games that they don't like, then you know the industry will be dead, right? Like, everyone has their own sort of taste. So unless the game is really trashy and nobody likes it and there's a lot of bugs, like, refunding a game is kind of, I mean, do your research, right? Like watch a streamer play a game, like go on YouTube, see if it's the type of game you would enjoy before you actually buy it, right? Because it's hard work, you know, like game developers, publishers, everyone in the industry are like constantly being overworked in order to create anything, really. So I mean, what exactly is, oh, I guess PvP, you mean like MMOs. I guess that's a bit different. Like, the games like Dota and League of Legends, those are more like, let's call it like battlegrounds or something. I mean, I feel it's still kind of like PvP, but in a sense that it's still team-based, so there's more variance in that. But if you're kind of like more into one-on-one, perhaps that's a different kind of stress. I don't know. Like, I used to play Magic the Gathering, I guess like, not competitively, but like more one-on-one. Now I just play EDH, so like Elder, people call it Commander, but it used to be like Elder, Dragon, Highlander. So I play a 100-card singleton format in Magic the Gathering now. And it's more social for me, right? It's kind of like me streaming this, I guess, Guild Wars 2, and then just end up chatting like 50% of the time instead of actually playing it. Because let's see, another game is not played for. I wonder if I could move this over to my bigger screen. 1 second, I'm gonna try it. Okay, good. So I moved it to my other screen, so now I can read easier. Yeah, idle timer. I know, I'm ashamed of myself. I didn't move my mouse. I'm not really. I mean, I'm still playing Guild Wars 2, right? Because you still see my character up here, even though I'm in the login screen. Oh my god, Mario Kart. Mario Kart is an esport, okay? Like that game is so cutthroat. Like I do believe when people say that you lose friendships playing Mario Kart, but I don't play it seriously, so I mean I don't care, but yeah, anyone who is like, I guess, kind of try hard, like that game is oof. Like Mario 60, I think Super NES Mario was fine. Mario Kart 64 was fine. Everything after that feels so... There's so many variables, right? So your skill could reach a level, but depending on what items you get, depending on some other random factors on the platforms, it's really kind of too much variance for me. Especially the newer versions of Mario Kart. That's pretty funny, Faye, because I consider myself a practical spiritualist. So I'm not atheist, but I'm also not religious. So I consider myself a heathen, a kind of like a pagan spiritual dude. Astrology, I'm not super into astrology, but I use it in tarot reading because I actually read tarot. Surprise! I don't know if it's actually written on my profile, but sometimes I read tarot for people, sometimes I read for myself. But tarot cards are really about, you know, self-growth, spirit, and also evaluating how we think, right? So you use it as tools. People always think that, oh, tarot cards is fortune-telling. It is not fortune-telling. Tarot cards are visual assets, visual tools to help you unlock, you know, your mind, whether that is your... it allows you to access a part of your subconscious, things that you don't normally think about. So it's pretty helpful. Yeah, no, tarot cards is really, well, I don't want to say higher spirits. I mean, I do believe in the universe. You can laugh at me if you want, but it's not really from higher spirits per se, like not like ghosts or anything like that. So it's like divine tools. I just treat it as a divine tool to access parts of my consciousness that I normally do not access on a day-to-day basis. Oh, cool. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. So as you mentioned, you may identify very similar to me. I do consider myself a honorary spiritual pagan. Not necessarily any specific god, but just, yeah, the universe, whatever it is. You know, I enjoy playing games where people just beat the crap out of me. It's enjoyable to lose as well. If you're not to say like you're losing on purpose, but it's okay to feel good about being bad, because when you're bad you can improve, and when you're good and you still lose, that's when the self-toxicity comes into play, right? Like I've been playing Dota 2 since Dota 1, and I've been playing Dota 1 since 3 corridors, and nobody... So Dota used to be called 3 corridors, like a mod in like Warcraft 3. So that's how long I've been playing Dota, right? So I get very salty. Once I start getting too salty, I just go outside and say, you know what, I'm gonna take like a several months sabbatical and just don't play that game. Let's see, 100cc. Oh, I think you're talking about Mario Kart, right? Yeah, Mario Kart. You know what's the best Mario Kart speed is 50, because then you can go really slow and annoy the crap out of everyone who wants to go like 100, 150, and is there 200? I'm not sure. OG Mario Kart, yeah. I mean, I played like Mario Kart 64 the most. Yeah, I can kick anyone's ass in Mario Kart 64, but anything after that, I can't. I just can't. You have a tarot card. You mean you have a tarot deck, right? You read it once a blue moon. Oh, that's pretty cool. You know what, Faye? You should read tarot for me. I always find it more fun when other people read for me. Maybe they'll see something else that I don't see. Yeah, I've been reading tarot for like on and off for about the past 15 years. So I'm very very intuitive and very advanced in the way I read tarot. In terms of structure and also unstructured readings. Yeah, similar. Yeah, universe is divine. I agree. It's just sometimes, you know, the problem with words is that the words don't necessarily have a single interpretation. So what's really more important is the meaning behind the words, right? So I get your meaning. I understand what you're saying. I agree. Oh yeah, we're definitely on the same wavelength. I mean, I think by the simple fact that we've lived in different places, perhaps maybe not out of, I guess, luxury or whatever, just, I think you've lived enough of life, at some point you're just gonna realize that it's possible that there's someone up there, I guess, controlling aspects of our lives, right? I like to believe, I think I heard this quote before, I don't know if it's religious or not, but I do strongly feel comforted by the fact that, I'm gonna use the term God, but once again, when I mean God, I don't mean like a specific religion, I guess more in terms of the universe, right? A coincidence is a way of God's, when a coincidence occurs, it's a way for God to intervene anonymously. Okay, I kind of butchered, you know, my words, but hopefully that makes sense. That's kind of what I believe in, and you know, the universe, the source, all that sort of stuff. It's important to be open-minded, but also not be too, you know, rigid in any thinking. You know, life is to be enjoyed. You know, we don't have to like overthink things. Everyone was hitting things. I'm not sure what that is now. I don't remember the tarot cards meaning, but I read the meaning and put it together. I haven't read someone else's. I think you think private. Yeah, I get it. Like, I was like doing some paid tarot reading for a while, but in the end, I felt like it wasn't really helping people get better. Most of the people who wanted me to do tarot readings for them was really related to insecurities that they weren't prepared to face. You understand? Kind of like things that were outside of their control, things from their past, or usually it's just like relationship drama. And it's like, well, it's more like, what can I tell them so that they can receive it in a healthy way? You know what I mean? Because there's one aspect of life that is given to us from the universe, and the other aspect is how we respond to it, right? And if you don't respond, I don't want to say the right way, but if you don't respond in a way that is healthy or beneficial to yourself, then it doesn't matter what's given to you, right? Like, there's people who are in debt, they're happy. And there's people who are rich as fuck, pardon my language. People who are so rich and they're depressed, right? So it's not really about what you have. It's what you appreciate in your life that matters the most, right? And that's what I tell myself, you know, like, oh, even though right now I'm not in the most, even though in my sort of like I have category is, there's a lot of things I don't have that I would like to have. But, you know, life's not that horrible. You know, things could be worse. I could be homeless. I could be in an abusive situation. Things could be much worse. But, you know, I'm streaming on Twitch with some people to chat with. And I'm playing Guild Wars 2, you know, 15, 20 years after it's been released, you know, and I'm enjoying my life. Or enjoying the time right now. So I think that's really what matters. Just enjoy life. Enjoy life until it becomes enjoyable. Okay, I think I finally caught up to all the chat, maybe. So then maybe it's a good time for me to end this. Towards me, I don't want to be feeling like Yeah, I mean, you don't really have to put a label on things. I feel like people, sometimes it helps to put a label on something because it gives a sense of identity. But if you don't need it, you don't need it, right? no one can say one way is better than the other. The best way or the best path is unique for each individual. So when I am reading tarot, when I'm doing any sort of esoteric work, because I enjoy, like, you know, the esoteric arts. So when I do any form of divination or just, you know, provide guidance to people, I try to keep it as open and digestible as possible, right? Because once again, if people aren't ready to accept a certain message, you kind of have to imprint it on them in a more subtle way and allow them to reach their end goal themselves, right? Guided introspection, yeah. Introspect. That's pretty funny. Like, I consider myself, like, I'm an ambivert, right? If you know what ambivert means, it means like half extrovert, half introvert. But I think what I like to label myself as the most is probably introspective extrovert. So I'm extroverted, I like people, but once in a while I like to disappear into my own musings and do my own do my own sort of pagan stuff, right? I do that more privately. But recently I've joined like this group where there's other people who are interested in tarot and spiritualism, so it's pretty neat. I'm gonna check it out more. I went for a few meetups, and yeah, it's nice to make friends. It's nice to meet people where you can talk about crazy things without them looking at you crazy. You know what I mean? Like, some people just get it, and it's nice to not having to explain my point of view. Like, they just get it. But that's that. Your novel above. Yeah, I finally made it to end of the Revelix. I'm just, like I said, sorry, I'm really slow in reading, and especially like, if I'm playing the game, it's even harder. I don't know how like any sort of streamer with more than, I don't know, 15, I don't know, more than 5 like active chatters could ever be able to interact with their viewers, right? Like, unless you're, I guess, shout out or something, whatever that thing is, you pay bits and then it's like, ta-da, you can have your comment read out loud. It's just impossible. But cool, thank you for jumping into my stream. I hope you had fun watching me play this game really badly, and I enjoyed our talk. So I don't really play often. I don't really stream often. It's really random. I came home, took a shower. I was like, you know what? I haven't streamed in a really long time. I'm just gonna stream randomly, and that's why I'm here. But yeah, feel free to, I don't know, find me somewhere else. I think I'm like on. Do I have stuff? I don't know. Let's see. If you probably, I think it's the same thing. If you find me, I think this is my tag, like Ishiru Utaka. Because my name is very like common. Like, everyone, there's like thousands of people with my name, right? So I can't really get a social tag that's my name. So I just use this Japanese name as my sort of social tag. I think Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Feel free to find me, follow me, or whatever you want. But it's nice meeting you. Thank you for chatting, and it's nice to discover a kindred spirit, right? On Discord? Well, I think on Discord, you can, I'm not sure if you can find me. You know what? I'll give you my Discord thing if you want. Let me check. It's up to you if you want it or not, but let's see. What is my Discord? I don't know. I don't even find my Discord. Because it's a special code, right? It's like our name with a bunch of numbers, I think. I'll drop it in chat for either of you if you're interested to connect with me on Discord. or whatever. Or like I said, Ishiro Taka, that's my general social tag for everything. Let's see. What is my Discord? How do I even check this? I feel so boomer right now. Okay, I'm being very dumb. I don't know where it is. Oh, okay. In a mutual server. Okay, well, it's up to you. Like I said, I'm just trying to find where my one is in case you're interested. Add me. It's up to you. How do I find it though? Am I supposed to click on this? Okay, give me a second. I just need to. I'm gonna log out of my game for a moment because I think Discord's being weird. It's not really showing me what I want to see at the moment. Profile? No, it's not profile, right? I've got no idea. I don't know what my tag is. Jeez. Is it this? Okay, let's see if this works. 1 second. So, I think friend section. Really? Where is this? Okay, let's try. Maybe it's this? Oh no, it's not. What is my account? Oh, I think it's this one. No, it's not. Edit profile? Come on, why is it being so weird? Okay, so it's at the bottom left next to your profile icon if you go to the friends section. Okay, so I'm in the friends section. The bottom. What? Oh god. Because when I copy it, it just shows this though. It still just shows my normal tag. Maybe it's in my account? No, it's not in my account. Profile? Non-profile. Or is it because I'm in streamer mode? Okay, maybe that's why. I think I found it. Maybe. Let's see. I'm going to view profile. Originally known as. Oh, so is this it? I think this is it. Right? Really? You're the only like Fae in the entire world? Let's see. Wait a minute, that makes no sense. 1 second. Or there's probably an easier way to do this. Really? The only one? Okay. Let's see. Nothing is true or untrue, all it takes is a glass of blah 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 blah. Oh, cool, hello. I guess that is you, maybe. Alright, well, cool, yeah, so I am going to get some rest now. It's like almost 3 a.m. and tomorrow I have to wake up kind of early. I'm gonna go to this, what's it called? A flea market? and just see what people are selling just for fun. I probably won't buy anything, but it's just, there's something about going through people's old belongings, right? Because things hold a lot of memories and stories. Yeah, but anyways, being a bit like, you know, weird again. But I am going to end this stream now, and I guess maybe we could do something sometime. All right, take care. Bye.